Oh man, I just got off the phone with SGC and we have a grading price point change. The pricing is lower and PSA has also lowered prices. It's happening. Stick around. To all my sports card collectors, investors, all of my collectibles friends. We are back again. It is another sports card video. Hope that everybody is doing okay. How is everybody's day?
I feel pretty good too. I think I finally got some sleep. I don't know why, I just feel pretty good.
We are almost to the end of the week. The weather is cooling down. It is hot tub time tonight, guys. We are firing up the hot tub, getting ready for football this weekend. It is a good time. If you're new here, you're looking for daily sports card collectibles style content, you have come to the right place. I will keep it coming for you. I promise I will keep it coming. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and also connect with me on IG at Sports Card Dad. And I'm also on the old Twitter machine, the Sports Card Dad. All right, first things first, SGC has lowered their prices. First price change in 18 months. SGC was at $30 a card. They have now moved their pricing grid down. 1 to 9 cards is $24. 10 to 19 cards is $22. 20 to 49 cards, $20. 50 plus cards and the submission is $18. This is with a declared value of $1,500 or less. When's the last time you heard of an upcharge at SGC? I haven't heard of one in a while. It just doesn't really happen, frankly. It just doesn't really happen on modern to ultra modern cards. Now for group subbers, what I've heard through the grapevine through a couple of different sources is it's an $18 flat rate for group subs. So if you're used to using a group sub, $18. So instead of needing 50 plus cards going directly to SGC through the group sub, it's just $18 a card. But PSA has also made a grading change, $18 a card. And it's kind of interesting on the website, it's bulk 1979 or older, and then also bulk 1980 or older. So I guess that's all cards. I was just trying to figure that out. Declared value, $199. We're going to touch on that in a couple of minutes because that is an incredibly important number. Nat Turner's really kind of the goal is turnaround time within 90 days. So 90 to 120 days or less. With SGC, they've literally had, 1 to 5 business day turnaround, insanely fast turnaround times. And I believe that is the goal when I talk to these guys, it's lower price point and fast turnaround times. That's what SGC is really known for. And when talking to them, look, this is something where they want SGC grading to be accessible to a wide audience at $30 a card, not a terrible price point, but now we've got lower price points to where it's really kind of open. It's pretty open to most anybody looking to get into grading cards. So as we've talked about, pay attention to the upcharges at PSA. Many will just take these grading prices at face value. The declared value at SGC, $1,500 or less. At PSA, it's $199. Now, the upcharges is really where the rubber meets the road here. Is PSA going to allow, $300, $400, $500 cards kind of squeak by at this $80 price point, like a lot of people have suggested? Oh, I've gotten $500 cards through. Or is there going to be a tightening here? And I think that with, the acquisition of Card Ladder, I believe this was kind of the main point of acquiring Card Ladder is proper valuations of cards so that they are able to figure out upcharges on this stuff properly. And I mentioned this in my other video here the other day. I would not want to be the person that is in charge of trying to do upcharges when really this market is so volatile all over the place. Really, really hard to figure out comps and valuations on specific cards. Outside of highly transacted cards, it's not easy, to figure out a certain parallels valuation. It's just not. So the idea of trying to be the person to come up with, this is the upcharge based on this valuation, I would not want to be that person. And so that's what I'm really interested in seeing this, and please provide feedback in the comments if you've seen this already or moving forward if we see this where you went in at the $18 a card, you did the DV at $150. PSA said, it's $350 and here's your $10 upcharge or whatever it is. Because that is obviously going to affect this whole deal. When we look at what is the price point, these price points are not taking into account upcharges. So that's what I want to know as we kind of move forward. Is this something that PSA becomes more of a stickler on, or are they just kind of letting it go for some of these cards as they have in the past? That's the piece that's really important to me. PSA also added a $15 TCG price point, and they've got turnaround times may vary based on demand. And this is they were very smart to do that, because that $15 price point, they are already grading so many TCG cards. We talk about this all the time. Right now, if you look at the stats, if you look at the gemrate.com stats, they grade about 1 million cards. 300,000 or so of those are TCG each month. It's been pretty consistent. About 25-30% of their whole business is TCG cards. I would not be surprised if 6 months, 12 months down the road, TCG is 50% of PSA's business. That is really, I think, the growth spot in grading in general, but PSA really trying to lock down that space with that $15 price point. They're really trying to nail that down. And I think that that's where a lot of their backlog, if they get some more backlog, which I think that they will, I think a lot of it is going to be TCG. I think this also signals the end of the original backlog that we had talked about. And I said this when we were looking at GemRate data all the way up to September. I'm not really paying much attention to that. Yeah. That's, they have these huge grading numbers. What I want to see is October data moving forward, because I think that the October, November, December is really going to showcase new business, not old business that's been sitting there for a year and a half, 2 years or whatever. So that's what I'm paying very close attention to with PSA. I think the original backlog coming right to an end here. If it didn't already wrap up kind of end of September, maybe they've got a little bit in October. I think the GemRate numbers moving forward are going to be interesting, kind of really reflecting kind of the new business or the business that's been submitted here over the last couple of months. All right, guys, what do you think? Does this move the needle for you one way or the other for any of these companies? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.